Hey guys, so first things first, my voice is completely gone. We've been going on some fun little trips this week, and of course there's like summer camps everywhere that I take my kids, so I'm just shouting, and my voice has completely had it. But we have had an interesting start to our summer. So basically the first 2 full weeks of summer, it rained, and I don't mean just like a few sprinkles here and there. Like, we literally didn't see the sun for at least a week and a half, and on the other days it was just constantly on and off raining. When we finally did see the sun, I had to have my appendix out randomly. So we've been stuck inside a lot so far this summer, and so I thought it would be fun if a few of us came up with some ideas, some technology-free creative play ideas for days that you're stuck inside. So rainy days or snow days if you're watching this in the winter. My kids are still little. I have an 8-year-old, she's my oldest. Then I have 6, 3, and a 3-month-old. And so I'm not really comfortable with my kids at this age just being on iPads or the TV all day long. They're still at an age where they need a little bit of guidance. So a few of us have come up with some ideas for some different ways to entertain your kids inside the house, just without using the TV or iPads, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and link everybody's videos up here, or at least their channels up there, so go check out everybody else's ideas for some fun rainy day activities, and please comment below if you have some. I would love to have some new ones, because being stuck inside in Florida, this is kind of a new thing for us. We're pretty much outdoors 24/7 here, so I would love some new indoor activity ideas, some fun ways to keep my kids going before everybody attacks each other being stuck inside. So anyway, here we go. Okay guys, I'm so sorry about my voice. I'm really hoping you can hear me. So first up here we have expo markers on a window, and my kids love this. My mom used to give me expo markers, dry erase markers on road trips, and I would just draw on the car windows, and so I do that with my kids now, and it's probably just because they feel like they're doing something they're not supposed to do, but they love it. They play tic-tac-toe, they play hangman, and bonus, there's a lot of windows in a house, so they can just keep moving on if they run out of room, and it just wipes up either with their fingers, with a dry erase eraser, or if you need a little extra help, if it sits there for a couple of days, you can totally use Windex. Next, we have a obstacle course. So we all know that our kids love to build forts out of blankets, but those take a long time to clean up, and once they build the fort, they just sit in it. So my kids, I have them sometimes build obstacle courses out of household items. As you can see here, they just used a hula hoop to jump through, used some washi tape to make a balance beam. I think they had to jump rope 10 times and then throw the basketball in the basketball hoop, and then they just went back through and repeated it over and over and over again like a chain. Next, I call these story starters. So what this is, it's just a little bit of like a little help with getting their creative juices flowing. They love to put on plays together, but sometimes their plays are just ridiculous, and they're not all together, and they don't have a plan, and they don't really know where to start. So with these story starters, I have them grab one random character, one plot twist, and one setting, and so they have to work that into their story together, and sometimes they're really funny. So for example, they might pick out a mermaid that is searching for a hot dog in in a boat. Just some funny ideas that they have to work. Of course, their play can be anything they want it to be, but they have to work those things into their play, and it's really funny. If they need a little bit more assistance, if they're a little younger, you can just pick a library book and read the story to them once, have them run around and find some props throughout your house, and then read it again to them and have them act it out. Or use the book as a starting point for them to just create their own play based on the story. So this is a really fun way to get them engaged in a book. It is a little different than just handing them a book and sending them to their room because it's raining. It gives some movement because, you gotta get those jitters out if you're wanting to burn some energy, but it's raining outside. And then it also keeps things a little creative. So now we're moving on to some things that are going to involve you if you are feeling like hanging out with your kids on a rainy day. So I'm showing you here how I make homemade Play-Doh. I'll link the recipe in the description box below. So basically what I just showed you was that it starts out with almost looking like pancake batter, and then as you cook it over medium heat, it'll pull together into a pretty solid clump. And then you're just going to dump it out onto the counter and knead it with your hands for a minute or two until it all pulls together really well. And then once you have it all pulled together, you can split it up for your kids. What I like to have them do is I use some different essential oils. I poke a hole in their Play-Doh to add the essential oil, and then I mix that part myself just because I don't want them touching it directly without a carrier oil before it's all mixed into the dough. And then you can use glitter if you're brave, or you can use food dyes and have them mix it in, and just something about having that ownership, like they made it themselves. They'll play with it. My kids at least will play with it a lot longer than they would play with Play-Doh in the can. Plus, it's super cheap, and so it doesn't matter if they mix colors together. And I also have found that this homemade dough lasts a lot longer than Play-Doh. If they leave it out, I can just store it in a Ziploc bag and it won't dry out. What you see here is I'm just poking holes in the dough to add the food coloring, and then I pinch it all together and start the process of kneading it for them to mix the color together before I have them touch it. Just like with the essential oils, I didn't really want them to touch the food dye directly. But like I said, something about mixing it by themselves just makes them want to play with it more. They have a little ownership of it and they just enjoy it. Something that if I have a little extra time and I'm willing to put in a little extra effort, they really enjoy playing with this. Throw some kitchen tools at them and you've got a fairly easy hour there for yourself. Get some cleaning done or something, kill some time on a rainy day. Guys, and last but not least, don't hate me, but this one's a little bit messy. Sometimes I throw some random ingredients in a bag, tell my kids it's a MasterChef mystery box challenge, and I have them make their own lunch. So on this particular day, what you see here is Jesse pulling all the ingredients out for his dessert. He was in charge of dessert this day. I gave him 8 ingredients and I told him to use 4. I gave Bella 8 ingredients and told her to use 4 to make the main course, and then I gave Eli 4 ingredients just to use them all because he's little and doesn't really understand the whole concept. And he made the appetizer. That was appetizer if my voice cut out. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so this is really fun for them. They all go into a different room and try to keep it a secret from each other what they're making. And it's just super adorable what they come up with, seeing them get creative and be a little sneaky, trying to work in some secret ingredients, and it's just adorable. It's a fun way to feed them without having to cook as well. So on this day, Eli literally just threw all of his ingredients on his plate. Bella came up with, she called it a yogurt parfait, but it was like honey and blueberries and crackers and then yogurt and mix-ins, and it was really cute the way she plated it. She is the kid who watches MasterChef in the house, so she was all excited about it that day. And Jessie threw sprinkles, Skittles, and a cookie inside the cone, topped it with a cookie, and then used peanut butter to put cookies on the cone. And they loved it. I hope this gave you guys some ideas. If you're racking your brain for something to do on a rainy day, make sure that you check out everyone else's videos below. Subscribe if you liked this video. Hit thumbs up, and I will see y'all later.